Staff Sergeant Jose Rivera was invited to a Helping a Hero charity dinner. He doesn't know that he's the big recipient of a huge gift. I sit down and ask him to tell his story.
My journey to joining the Marine Corps started back when I was about 18 or so. I was like, all right, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. In 2001, right before 9/11, me and my cousin were gonna join the Marine Corps, but there was a delay that we couldn't enter, so we started working for the North Tower in the city. Right during the time when we were going to work that day, I worked with my cousin on the 92nd floor. I was late because I had left my badge at home, so I had to turn back and go get my badge to go to work. My cousin went on he got on the train that we usually catch to go to work. And on my way to work, the trains under the Chambers Street station stopped. So they basically told us that we had to evacuate the train. Next thing I know, I got hit with debris in my head, and when I woke up, I was in the hospital. And I was told what was happening. The towers had gotten struck by the planes, and the first question that came to my mind was, where's my cousin? Because we worked on the same floor, but nobody knew, nobody heard from him. They couldn't get in contact with him. Weeks later, they found a piece of his finger or something, and that's how we were able to identify who he was. If I would have made the train with my cousin that day, it definitely would have been, both of us. I say that, I have a guardian angel. It gave me a different outlook in life, not just losing my cousin, but losing a lot of close friends that I work with. The anger just overwhelmed me. My emotions were they were so enraged that all I wanted to do was literally join the Marine Corps, do what I have to do. And I was looking for revenge at the time, just because I felt like, they took something away from me. So now I feel like I need to go and defend my country and my family's honor. I joined the Marines in October of 2003, and as soon as I graduated SOI, I was on my way to Iraq. My second tour to Iraq was in December of 2006, where I was with the 2nd Marine Regiment. I was the gunner for the regimental colonel. Got ID explosion. The explosion literally threw me back about 50 feet, 50 yards back and about 50 feet up. So landed. My ankle actually turned up to my knee, and my shoulder was popped out over here, and I was medevaced to Al-Assad, and then from there got medevaced to Germany, where they tried to do a whole bunch of reconstruction surgery, limb salvaging, and they did a bunch of limb salvaging. I was able to salvage my leg for a few years. And throughout the year, I was able to stay in the Marine Corps, still serve, made another couple of deployments, deployed to Afghanistan, came back, then deployed back to Iraq. A year and a half ago, I twisted my ankle. The last time I twisted my ankle, one of the anchors ripped out, cut through my tendon, and they ended up telling me right there and then that they weren't going to be able to salvage my leg. It got amputated June of last year, so this June it'll be a year. So I was able to see what the Marines were going through, those who had amputated legs or any kind of amputation, and how they were able to overcome the obstacles that were in front of them. So my mindset right away went to, you can do this. Don't let it bring you down. This is not the end. And I literally was able to overcome the obstacle and defeat my own mindset that there's no limits on what I can do. The days that are challenging, I pray. Religion is really strong for me, so I pray all the time. And I just ask God for the patience. With the support of my wife, she's constantly pushing me through. She doesn't let me beat myself up.
Meanwhile, I check in with the Helping a Hero organizers, including musician Lee Greenwood, as they are prepping for the surprise.
Our wounded warriors, and we have quite a few of them here represented tonight. They're all over the country, and many of them don't know that this exists, an avenue to a better life. And we build over the last 15 years over 220 homes. If they are first wounded and they go to Walter Reed, that's the first time that we find out about them.
Well, they found out about Jose and he was selected.
He's been selected. So tonight he's going to learn that he's going to get a home. And we have 2 builders who've committed in San Antonio. We try to really keep it a surprise. And so we don't want to make it obvious that he'll probably have a groundbreaking in the next 45 days. And he doesn't know, and he'll be moving in for Christmas. He joined the military and continued to fight to make sure that everyone knew that you must protect our freedom, and you cannot come on our soil and kill fellow Americans without us standing up and say, here's a red line, and we're going to fight to protect it.
Before heading into the dinner, I asked Jose about living in a home that's not equipped for an amputee.
Recently having this amputation, it's been difficult to navigate around my house. We have a 2-story home, so like the movie room is upstairs on the 2nd floor. So it gets harder for me to get upstairs. So, having that connectivity and that family time downstairs would be outstanding. Being able to navigate around the house and spending more time with the kids and my wife would be outstanding.
So I would like to bring up Jose Rivera, Staff Sergeant, United States Marine Corps.
Surreal. It feels amazing. Was not expecting this at all. It's just a bunch of emotions and excitement. They actually took pictures when they gave it to me. Some start crying, sorry. It was surreal. It was amazing. Just thank you guys for everything you do for us.
But look what Jose said about helping a hero before even knowing the gift they were going to give him.
This organization, in my opinion, is the best organization I've seen around the country, around the world. I've seen other organizations that have promised things to veterans and not meet their promises, or if they do, it's half of what they said they were going to do for the vets. Helping a Hero, oh my God, everything they promise, everything that they do for these veterans is outstanding. I've not seen an organization that has gone above and beyond than Helping a Hero. And even getting to meet half of the people that sponsor and give back, and it's just, there's no words on how that makes me feel emotionally. Just the best love I have for this place and for the organization.
If you'd like to support the work Helping a Hero is doing for veterans, you can go to helpingahero.org. Reporting in North Carolina, I'm Ivory Hecker.